Hi guys, welcome. Sarah, always link up. Hold on one second, I'm trying to set up. I was down too low. Alright guys. So, I'm on these late night videos. I'm loving it. How are you guys? Well, so I've been getting some more emails and some more emails and some more emails. So I just had another one tonight. And they're all kind of different things, like always. But this time it's coming to we get what we give out here, right? So for some people, they don't like to hear that. So you're constantly in a state of creation. So what are you thinking about? When you create with your thoughts, you create with your feelings, you create with your actions. You get these little pops of inspiration here and there. Do you pick to go with it, or do you pick to, think that it might be weird and it might not be right? It's up to us, right? So we're constantly creating. So I've been getting emails about, they're manifesting some things and then some things they're not manifesting. Or, they keep getting this or that of the same thing. So, they're experiencing the same type of conflicts in the same situations, and they're trying to change these things about them, but they're not changing. They keep attracting the same sorts of mates. So, over and over, they're trying to learn about themselves, and maybe they might do something different. Yeah, John, it is a little late. You don't have to watch if you don't want to. That's all right. I'm on my time. That's okay. So, if you keep doing the same things over and over, whether it's your job, whether it's your friends, whatever you do, thank you for the love. You are needing to vibe high, right? So you're in a place where you're manifesting things, and I think that's awesome. So keep doing it, keep trying it, don't stop. So when you get those little signs here and there that it's working, it's working. The only thing that's getting in your way is your own self. So I'm here to help you. What we need to do is make sure that we always vibe high. So, I talk about this all the time. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? I'm going to keep telling you guys the same things because it's really easy. You guys make it a lot harder than what it really is. So you meditate. Pop on some vibrations. I got some vibrations on right now. Frequency of love, 528 hertz, used by ancient civilizations for deep healing and spiritual growth. I will walk around with my rocks all day long. I'm always thinking up. I'm always looking up. I'm always talking to God. That's what I do. All right, so, be happy. People are like, oh, yeah, how do you do that? I don't know. What do you like? Ice cream, coffee, talking to your friends, sleeping in, taking a nap, sleeping all day, whatever it is that you do that. Be happy. People have a million reasons why they can't be happy. You're getting in your own way. You can be happy. Everyone's busy. Everyone's stressed out. Everyone has these freak accidents or whatever that comes up. Today I walk out from work and I go to turn on my car. It's freezing cold outside. My lips are falling off. I go to start my car, won't start. Shut up. So I've come so far in this, guys, that I can't let those things get in my way. When something like that happens, I have to laugh and just say, obviously I was supposed to meet that guy that had to jump my car and we were laughing about it. Oh, thank you, Nicole. Sending you some love, man. I go down too. So, I vibe high most of the time, but a lot of times I come down, and a lot of times I'm just regular, just like you. I come down, I go up, I have good things to happen to me, I have bad things to happen to me, but what I try to do all the time is vibe high. So if me and my sister are going through something and we're not getting along, I go over here. If me and over here something isn't working or it doesn't feel right, then I might go up here and spend some time by myself. All right. So right now is a time for creativity. You guys are all so freaking sweet, right? So everybody has this really unique thing about them. Whether you make socks or music or beats or wood or chairs or babies or whatever it is that you're making, make it. Do it. Art, creativity, find inspiration. Where do you find inspiration? I don't know. That's personal. That's you. I know where I find my inspiration. What inspires you? What do you see that just makes you feel so great? Right now it's a time. Manifestation is at an all-time high. So last night I got cut off from my video. Thank you, Anthony. I love you. Where are you at? South Carolina still, or on the beach? I'm so jealous. You're my inspiration. I got cut off last night from talking manifestations, right? So we are manifesting machines, guys. We create our lives. So when you guys are emailing me about these things that you're running into, you get a little upset when I say it's you. It's you. It's your problem. It's your fault. Yes. Cut all the doo-doo out your life. Yes, girl. And some people have a hard time doing that. I get it. I understand. I had a hard time cutting some doo-doo out of my life too. I get it. And when I email you, I get a little bit more personal and I tell you a little bit more about me sometimes. But we all create with our thoughts. We all create with our feelings. We all create with our beliefs. We all create with our intentions. Our actions create. So what are those things for you? What are you thinking in your mind? What do you think about yourself? It took me a long time to get myself to the point where I wake up and I'm like, yo, girl, you rock it. Go ahead and rock the socks off this day. Whether I have a job, lost my job, waiting on another job, whether I have money in the bank or don't have money in the bank, whether me and so are getting along or not, I still try to fill myself up with encouragement, guys. A lot of people aren't going to do that for you out here. What if you feel life is unfair and more negative than positive? Because that's what you're putting in, John. So when you're feeling like, I was there before. I felt like life was very unfair and it was way more negative than positive. But it's, what are you letting your mind focus on? What are you letting yourself be involved with? Are you setting boundaries in your life? These things go for everything. So I'm getting emails about careers. I'm getting emails about relationships. I'm getting emails about all kind of different things. And, we're creating with our senses. We're creating. So I love it because I see everyone in the world vibing high. We're going through this. We're coming to the age of Aquarius. There's people lifting up. There's people sharing love. There's people really tapping into the gifts that they have. And it's a scary thing. It's a scary moment. You feel like, who am I to feel like I have this gift? Or, who am I to think that life should be this easy? Or, I don't know. They're the funniest things that stop us up sometimes, and we all go through it. So please share it. Try to look deep in yourself and find your inspiration. Oh my gosh, John, I'm so sorry. I'm going to send you all my love. I'm sending John, everybody send John all his love. I'm so sorry. So, that's rough, right? So, to me, it isn't about money. It's about the relationship, and that's very hard. So, John, I know, I'm not married, so that's a very close bond that I don't understand. However, I have lost so many people that I love, and that's such a hard thing, and that's what I think too sometimes, is that I have this great life, but what is it without these people that were in it that made it so special for me? And so, that's a heart piece. That's a hard thing that you're going through it. And I'm just going to keep on sending you love every day. And hopefully my friends will keep on sending you love. The hardest thing about death and transition is that you have to change the dynamics of that relationship, John. So, your wife, she's with you now and she's going to be with you forever. And right now you're not going to understand that from me. And, sometimes when we lose somebody that we love like that, it's because, we are learning more to love ourselves. And so you can make good money and, but you need to find what you love about yourself. And, I know that it's hard through this time and you have to do whatever that you have to do through this time for you to feel good. But I would say, and I mean it, really try to find things that you love about yourself. And while you still have your wife here, if she's able, I don't know, maybe find it with her so that whenever she does go to make her transition and you're doing these things, that she's looking on you and she's smiling, because she doesn't want you to feel alone. She's not going to want you to feel alone and like you don't have anyone around you. You know, that's your wife, and she has major love for you. So that's a really hard thing, and I'm going to make sure that me and all my friends send you major love. And if you would like to ever email me or message me on here, I would love to talk to you a little bit more about how I think about those things. And I'm not sure where you live, but I do a lot of body work and energy work. And if you're close to me, I would like to work on both of you sometime. You know, guys, when I talk about always think up, I mean, we're teaming up with spirit here, right? Your consciousness, God, the life force, whatever you want to call it. You're a spark of all of that. That's how big of a deal you are. Every single one of us is a big, 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 big deal. So whether you feel like you maybe can't find your place out here, you're still a big deal up there. You know, you sometimes we get these thoughts, right? And they're inspired thoughts. And you might think, who am I to think that I can do that? Or who am I to think that I should deserve that after, you know, a lot of people have made mistakes and think that maybe they don't deserve the goodness that life has for us, and you do deserve that. You just have to know that. You know, we're a product of divine inspiration. So how do you... I'm lost. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, John. And when you go through something like that, it's very easy to lose yourself. You know, I lost myself for a long time. And I'll try to, you know, pick you up as much as I can for sure, because I know. And she doesn't want you to be alone. So, you know, when people are getting ready to make a transition, and they know that they're getting ready to make a transition, it's almost as if they want to set everybody up so they feel like they took care of you before they left you. So, you know, the strength that comes in being able to do that for her is huge. And so, you know, by learning the things that you love about yourself, you're going to help her feel comfortable about, you know, leaving you here. You know, that's hard for you and that's hard for her. But, you know, just know that when your spirits connect like that and you have that love like that, it's never ending. It's to infinity and beyond. You know, I wasn't married to somebody I loved, but I you know, it doesn't take it away. It doesn't change it. And in losing him and in him making his transition is where I came to find Always Think Up, where I started this community that's just amazing, you know, where I'm meeting all of you and sharing the things that I went through to get here where I am today. So, John, before I lost all of these people that I loved, I wasn't really this happy. I took for granted the relationships that I had in my life. I took for granted the people that surrounded me with so much love. I just kind of thought that they were always going to be there, and you know, they were going to be there to listen to the stuff that I was going through. And life isn't always promised, and tomorrow's never promised. And so I really learned by losing them that it's not a guarantee. So you have to vibe up. You want the best that life has to offer, and don't miss your now moments, because those now moments that's where it's at. You know, whatever's going on in your life, if you're sitting somewhere and you're dreaming to be somewhere else, you're missing this piece. You're missing right here. You're missing what's right in front of you. And, you know, don't think of what you don't have. So, you know, some people, John has enough money, but he's getting ready to lose, you know, the love of his life. Some people don't have enough money, but they have a love to love. How can you balance that out? How can you say what's worse or better? To me, neither's worse or better. You got to vibe high. So, John, when we think things in our heads, we bring them to us. Now, I don't mean that if, you know, your wife gets diagnosed with something and they tell her, you know, I don't know what your situation is. I don't mean like you can reverse situations and things like that. And sometimes you can. But I mean that when you start to think of the things you love and you start to vibrate high and keep your vibration up and don't let people drag you down, you start to attract the things you love. So instead of thinking, I'm going to be alone, I'm always alone, just the simple switch of the brain of I'm surrounded by people that love me. I went a lot of years thinking of who I was missing instead of thinking of who was surrounding me. So, although there are many missing from my life now, I still have many, many surrounding me that I love. When you view your life as a masterpiece, as a work of art, so this just giant masterpiece of crazy love, it's beautiful. Be prepared to be amazed. Don't look at it and think of, and critique, oh, I made that mistake and I did this wrong and I did that wrong. And next time I'm going to try to get that better and everything like that. No, look at the magic. So even if, you might be doing not so good at work or your home life might not be so good, but you might have just tried skateboarding. You might have just, done the thing. How'd you get so uplifting? Well, I was really down low, Anthony. So, I went through a time in my life where I was really low and I didn't really have that many people to reach out to, and it was a different time. So, now we have social media and all of these things, and this is something that I've studied for a really long time. So, I studied on myself. I did research on my friends. I did healing work. I cleaned out my chakras. I cleared out my nervous system. I released a lot of fears that I had in my life. I let go of a lot of things that I used to hold on to in my energy and in my body. And, and I'm a light worker. I do body work. I do energy work. So people just attract to me and come to me and they tell me what they're going through all the time. And I'm not a psychologist or any of that. And, my advice back is a holistic perspective. It's not what you normally are going to hear from somebody. If somebody comes up to me and says, my jaw hurts, I'm going to say your hips are off track, get a massage, go to the chiropractor, take care of your body. And, I don't know. I don't know what got me on this path. I studied religions. I studied a bunch of different religions. I don't know why I did. I think I just wanted to see the beauty in it all. I started studying the laws of attraction. I don't know where we were with that, John. I'm so sorry. Oh, thank you, Mark, for sending love. I love you guys. Your failures allow her to live. Yeah, enjoy the time that you have. That's right, Mark. Just be love. Everything, every one of us, I think we pick the beginning. I think we pick where we end up. I think we pick who we share it with. And I think we pick when it ends. Some people think that I'm a little bit sick for thinking that, but through the people that I have lost, to think that helps me. To think that, they were brought here and maybe I, didn't cherish my time good enough that I had with them. But when they left me with a spark, and they left me with this thing that I didn't have when they were here. So, John, this hurts my heart that you're going through this right now. Oh, I don't believe that death is the end. I believe it's a transition. I believe that it's a beautiful thing. I believe that everybody changes when death happens. And you have the choice, right, John? So you have the choice right now that, this is going to happen. So you're going to change for the better or you're going to change for the worse. And that's your free will to choose. So you can, love gets love, love gets peace. Yes. So, be around love. It might not be your wife, but it's love. And I don't know what ACIM is, but I'll write it down. In the holy relationship. I don't know about that, but I'm going to sure research it. And thank you for putting it on my page. I love to learn new things, so thank you for that. All of you, please send me stuff. Tell me about new things. I love it. Holy relationship. if you mean, how connected do I feel? Oh yeah, Course in Miracles. I would love it. I think our holy relationship is my life. I'm so connected. That's why I come on here. Oh, thank you. Welcome, Quentin. Come in anytime. Yeah, get caught up. I have Always Think Up on YouTube. I have a lot of really cool videos on there. I try to keep my information technology up. I'm still working on building my team. So if anyone's good at that, come join me. Oh, thank you, Anthony. Yeah, I do. So cherish the moment, cherish what you have. We are totally aligned to create miracles. So when you're vibing high and when you're lifting up and when you're connected with source like that, anything is possible in your life. I believe, guys, truly and deeply that disease comes from holding on to things. When you hold on to things, whether it be, maybe you don't feel like your mom loved you enough when you were growing up, or maybe you don't feel like people ever saw you, you didn't stick out, you weren't one of those people. You can hold on to that so much, and you can become successful, and you can build things and a great family and all this stuff, but the inside of you still feels like that. So whenever you're feeling like that and you feel like that for a prolonged period of time, you create disease in your body. So, these diseases and these things that are going on in these bodies, it breaks my heart, and it totally double extra breaks my heart, because I know that when somebody's going through a disease like that, they have been just holding some kind of pain so bad. And I just wish I could get my hands on every single person in the world and try to help heal. That's all I want to do. I want to just help everyone be peaceful, everyone heal up from these patterns that we're holding and we're creating. I want to see you create miracles and magic, not disease and discomfort. I want to see you, go from maybe what was not such a positive mindset to knowing that you are the creator of your life. You are the best deliberate creator alive. Yes, you can say that too. If you're stuck, ask Spirit for inspiration. Ask God, ask Jesus, ask the Creator, ask whatever you want to call it. Please give me inspiration. Let me know it's from you. Something's going to happen. You're going to think something great. Somebody's going to come up to you and offer you something that you never even knew that you deserved or were good at or wanted or anything. Good things sometimes don't come easy. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you have to go through something bad to appreciate what's good. You guys know what I'm talking about. Life isn't guaranteed. Please send John some love. John, thank you for tuning in today. Thank everybody who gave John a little bit of love. That's a really hard situation. And a lot of people know it all too well. I do. My sister has been through it. A lot of my family has lost somebody that they love. It's a really, really hard thing. But John, I believe there's a lot of growth in this for you. And I believe that if you always think up and you always look up, that you'll get really far from this. And you'll, maybe we'll never understand why it happens. But you can look back and see that you grew and you learned to love yourself in a time where maybe you think that it's not fair to love yourself, or it's not a good time to love yourself. There's no time like the present to love yourself, no matter what you're going through. If you're going through something bad, in fact, you need to love yourself. You need to do whatever it is that you do that makes you love yourself. If you're stuck in a job that you don't like, get out. I tell you all the time, go love yourself. You will find something. We are supported by Spirit at all times. You'll go through some things. Things aren't going to always be perfect. We're learning lessons. We pick this. I really believe that, where we come from is just so pure and perfect that we come down here and we pick hard things to go through, because that builds us. That makes us understand one another better. You guys ask Spirit for inspiration. I have a lot of emails and you guys are asking me for inspiration, and I love it, and I'll give it to you. But I just want to let you know a little secret about me. So, when you guys are emailing me and asking me for inspiration, where I get my inspiration from is the man. That's where I go. I go and I look up and I think up and I pray. I pray for the words to tell you. I pray for you to be surrounded with light. I pray for peace. I pray for strength. I pray for comfort. I pray for everything. So if you're asking me something, know that I'm praying for you. If you have any prayer requests, please message me. thinkup.always@gmail.com. I love to pray for people. We have prayer groups. I have a bunch of cool people, guys. Cool people pray, man. That's what we do, right? You can call me a dork. You can call me whatever you want. Just don't call me not deliberately creating my life. When I see you guys, when I see you stuck, I feel bad because I know it's just you're stuck in a pattern. All you got to do is vibe high. So if you don't know what to do, they have a lot of guided meditations on YouTube. They got these vibrations. This is the 528 hertz. Get it, get it, get it, get it. I love you guys. I love your interactions. I love the way you guys come to me. I love that I have been meeting so many friends. It fills me up. You guys pump me up. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Let's all please pray for John and his wife and his family, all of their friends, everybody that loves them, because, with something like this, there's so many people that are affected. So if you're just watching, even if you don't want to say, please send John and his wife some love. Pray for them. Pray for God to come down and just, wrap his love just all around their area and their space and what they're going through it, and help them, please, learn to, help John learn to love himself through this process. So, it's not so bad for him. Thank you, Mark. I really appreciate you. I love you for that. So I'm going to look into this ACIM, this holy relationship. I'm not really sure if if we were vibing on the same vibe about, that we're constantly always connected. It's just what we choose to pay attention to. So, if you don't feel connected to spirit, if you don't feel connected to the divine, then it's what you're focusing on. You're focusing on something else. And, when you're focusing on something else, sometimes you could be trying really hard. Sometimes you could just feel like you just keep rolling and keep rolling and keep rolling in the doo-doo. Focus on what's good. Focus on your creator. Focus on the magic. Focus on being a creator. Don't just go through life and don't think about what you think about. Think about what you think about, man, because what you think about is what you get. What you're giving out here to other people is what you're getting back. So look at your situation. If you're getting a bunch of fizz and fuzz, then you're giving a bunch of fizz and fuzz. If you're getting a bunch of love, then you're giving a bunch of love. Don't give love so somebody can be like, yeah, yo, you're awesome. Give love because you want to. Give love because it feels good to give love. We're getting what we're giving out here, guys. We're getting what we're giving. And I love you, so I get a bunch of love. Sometimes when I get a little bit of fuzz, I need to pay attention and I need to learn about myself. And, it might not always be, something I'm doing wrong. I might think I'm doing it right, or, like I'm learning about my boundaries. I'm trying to create better boundaries. So, sometimes I'm such a giver that I give so much and I don't create that boundary. So we're all at different places in our lives, and no one is in a better space than the other. And, as we learned tonight here on this live, a lot of people out here have it way worse than you. So, when you're thinking, oh, my car didn't start, what a shitty day, please think of John and his wife and how terrible that would be to be going through that right now. And maybe that might make the doo-doo that you're going through not really seem that bad. That's one thing I do often. So, when I'm fighting with my mom, I try to think there's a lot of people out here that don't have a mom. When I'm, frustrated because I have to work and I can't spend time with my baby, I think there are a lot of people out here that are educated and have student loans and they don't have jobs. So think of other things. Think of other people that might, be in a worse situation than you. And then you can automatically feel a little bit of gratitude for where you're at. I pray for everyone. I wish everyone well. I know that life isn't always the greatest, but I really just try to make the best out of what I have all the time. So instead of focusing on what you don't have, just really tune in and think about what you do have and fall in love with it and feel it. When you fall in love with it, you feel it in your body. You feel good in your body. When you start to fall in love with your mistakes, then you just own them. And when somebody brings them up, you don't get rigid. You're like, yeah, I did it, whatever. And then you just move past it. It's all right. Every single person in life makes mistakes. And like I tell you all the time, if they say they didn't and they're dogging you out and they're telling you this and they're mad at themselves. Worry about yourself. Fall in love with yourself. Manifest your life. Your life is your responsibility. Your life, your kids, who you surround yourself with. It's not your job to impress people. It's not your job to prove your credentials to people. It's your job to feel good inside of yourself and create what you want out here. That's your only job. Anything else is just what you decide to dive into in your spare time or full time or part time or whatever. Guys, people think I'm a weirdo because I don't watch TV. They think I'm a weirdo because I don't watch the news. They think I'm different because I talk about God out loud. They think I'm different because I believe in God and I believe in healing and chakras. I mean, I used to worry about that. I used to worry about, well, what is so-and-so going to think about me? And now I just don't care. It's not that I don't care about that person, because I do. I just don't really care what people think about me because I always think up. So, if one person falls out, then I always think 5 more people are just going to come right back in. When you're given love, you're getting love back. So it might not necessarily be from the people that you want to give it. However, you are surrounded by love. You get love by strangers. You get love by your coworkers. You get love everywhere you go. It's hard to love somebody that's angry and grouchy and mean. And so if you're giving that off, if every day is a bad day, then you're going to get that back. People feel energy whether they know it or not. So if you're feeling stank, they will feel stank about you. Not too many people like me are out here, guys. So, I see somebody in the doo-doo and I jump on them and I try to make them feel better. And I try, if they're seeming like they're in a bad space, I'll give them love, give them love, give them love. But then I get to a point where it's like, if you don't start to vibe with me, then I have to let it go. You have free will to be in the doo-doo for however damn long you want to. I'm going to pray that you come up out of that shit, but it's up to you. Think positively to get positive results. Love, no regrets, learning, and chances to grow. Yes. And for everybody that watches me and anybody that wants to know, John especially, read The Secret. The Secret is a great, 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 great book. Another one, and they're getting ready to come out with a movie, is The Shack. And that was a really great book for me too. And all of these things helped me, John. And I hope that maybe that can help you a little bit. The Laws of Attraction, The Secret, that was a game changer for me. That changed my life. It changed everything about me. I never thought about what I thought about until I read that book. When you start thinking about what you start thinking about, you're like, oh, damn, I was creating some fuzz, man. I was creating some fuzz. Anything that I had went through in my life and anything that I was attracting, that was all my fault. If I was attracting the same type of guy over and over, and I did, it was my fault. If I was attracting the same kind of life and the same kind of job, you have to get to a point where you're like, all right, let me take a break. Let me see what's going on here. What am I thinking about every day? That's what I'm getting. you have to think about what you think about. So, if you're out here and you're thinking life has got to be hard, I have got to work hard to get there, then that is exactly what you're going to have to do to get there. And it's hard because that's the social norm. It's hard not to think like that. But when you start making steps to start thinking of magic and miracles, and maybe if I just think it, it will just come. I have a lot of friends that, I love you all, but they say, you don't get anything if you don't put in the work. So you have physical work and you have mind work. So I did all the physical part. I busted my rump all over the place working physically. And once the more and more that I started doing mind work, I started to learn that if you can get your mind right, the physical doesn't have to be as hard. When I'm enjoying my moments and it's not as hard as I thought. It's easier. So little by little, I tell you guys, do what you love. And why do I tell you that? Because slowly I had to make time for myself. I always used to feel like I didn't have enough time. So, first it might have started out with 5 minutes and I would write my journal, and I tried a bunch of different things to see what worked better and fastest and all of those things. But now, I do more mind work than I do physical work, and I'm a manifesting machine, man. I'm getting everything that I want. And it's not in a selfish type of way. It's not like, I didn't find the man of my dreams yet. I'm creating him in my mind, right? I don't have the career of my dreams, but everything that I'm going through is bringing me there. I love where I'm at right now. Is this my end plan? Is this my end goal? No. But this is exactly what I needed to get to the next place, to the next place, to the next place. So as long as it makes sense to you, that's the only person it matters to. In creating my dream career, it doesn't exist yet. So I don't have a map to go off of. I'm creating this. So, it's fun. Instead of thinking how long the process takes, think of how fun it is to enjoy these moments of building this process. It's all on how you look at things, guys. And believe me, I can be positive, and one day just be like, I feel like crap. And then, certain things happen in your life that start to pick you back up and lift you back up, and you start to raise your vibration. You start to get back. The choice is yours. So either you're up here or you're down here. You're riding the wave, and then you can come down, you can visit the doo-doo, but then you have to bring yourself up. You have to bring yourself up. I can get on here and I can cheer you on, rah, 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 and you can message my friends and they'll cheer you on, but you have to do it. It's your responsibility. You have free will. You have the choice to ask for inspiration, ask for a sign, ask for a nudge, ask for whatever it is that you need that shows you that what I'm saying is really real. Ask. I'm telling you, ask. It's real. Ask. It's not just the holiest people don't only get the magic. Everybody gets the magic. If you made a mistake, you get the magic. If you never made a mistake, you get the magic. It doesn't matter. Everyone gets the magic. You don't have to be perfect to get the magic. In fact, I think he likes us a little bit better when we're a little bit wonky and a little bit messed up because, I was messed up. I messed up. I made mistakes. I had sex before I was married. I did all of these things that go against what everyone says you're supposed to do, right? I'm all right, though. I'm all right. I had a baby out of wedlock, whatever. I'm fine. She's blessed. She is divine. She's perfect. Starting right there, some people can have problems. Don't let these social norms keep you in this little box. You're bigger than that, man. They want to keep you in that box because you're obedient there. You're not trying to shake things up and stir things up, so they like that box. I'm trying to get you out of that box. I'm trying to come in and bust that box down. We're teachable. You just have to want it. You have to want it. So for a long time, I thought pretty negative and I didn't want it. And, then it got to a point where I wanted it so bad that now I stay up till 12:28 at night, doing live videos about it. Well, guys, I'm going to get off here. Get to sleep. Tomorrow's Friday. Got a big day. It's the weekend. Getting ready for Christmas. All that jazz. it's really, really cold here in Pittsburgh. So send me some warmth, send me some love. I love it. Thank God we did secret shoveling the other day because I wouldn't have made it tonight. Well, I love you guys, and I want everyone to know that you are connected. So even if you feel like you're not, even if you feel like you don't deserve it, you're very much connected to something that's so great out here. And, you know, whenever you're feeling low, when I'm feeling low, that's what brings me up. That's what lets me know. So nobody might understand what I'm doing. They do. That's all that matters. I don't really care about the rest. You know, I'm not really worried about it. Nobody that judges me does really anything for me. So don't worry about who's judging you. Don't worry about, you know, what people think. If you're running into problems, look at yourself, reflect. You have free will. You're making those choices. When something bad's happened to you, it's trying to teach you something. All right, guys, I love you. I love the interactions. I love the encouragement. I love the support. If you know somebody that needs this, share it with them. If you have anything you want to talk about, email me, thinkupolies@gmail.com. You can message me on Facebook. My storage is getting a little full. I got to figure that out. Where's my IT team? All right, I love you. One love. Mwah.